Assalamualaikum. My name is Hazly Roslan. My magic number is 266430. Okay, this video is for the presentation about our Sun Tzu, which we will start by Miss Fatin Filzah, which she will story about the Sun Tzu biography. Then we continue with the Miss Sarimila A, which is she will explain about the Sun Tzu idea and strategy, and same goes to the Siti Hamidah. And finally, me will explain about the business warfare by the Sun Tzu by today. Okay, let's go.
Is Fatin Binti Kamaruddin, and my ID number is 266435. So today I'm going to present about Sun Tzu. So at the first slide is one of the famous quotes from Sun Tzu, which is, if you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. So move to the next slide is about Sun Tzu. Yeah, Sun Tzu was born in 544 BC, or known as the year of 210. And his birthplace at a tea state China. And there is all these available sources that disagree where Sun Tzu was born. And this fact actually I get from the Spring Anthem Annal and Shima Tian and the later record of the grand historian Siti. So, and Sun Tzu died before 473 BC. And before his real death, there was a ura that said that Sun Tzu supposedly died when King Hazly was killed. But since Sun Tzu was the military success of Wu continue after that year, story of his death may have been exaggerated for a political reason. In fact, from this ura juga, Sun Tzu teach us that the first principle of the war is deception. So what the meaning of deception? Deception means like menipu itu adalah lebih baik daripada kita memberi sesuatu kenyataan yang benar. So yeah, what is actually Sun Tzu occupations? He did a lot of work such as a tactician, writer, philosophers, and then military general. So before Sun Tzu was hiring as a military general, King of Wu tested on him skill by commanding to train of a harem of 360 concubine into a soldier. Macam gundik-gundik raja lah untuk di-train kan. And then can you guys imagine the concubine is consists from the old persons that need to train into a soldier. So that concubine more play around rather than focus whatever Sun Tzu was commanding on him. So main here Sun Tzu give instructions on them, but they play around like that. So the effect is Sun Tzu divided this concubine into two categories, which is the most favorite king and not favorite king. So from that, Sun Tzu tried to explain that general soldier must understand the leader commands and not to be obeyed. From here, we know that Sun Tzu was serious whatever he's talking about. So that's why he write all the art of war, which is present a philosophy of managing conflict and winning battles. And this book actually is very famous until now. It's not applied on the military, but also these books apply in the business management. So the next is about the ideas and strategy of Sun Tzu. So there is 13 of strategies and ideas. First is appraisals, two is waging war, offensive, deep positions, energy, weaknesses and strength, maneuver.
Evening, I'm Sivalingam, metric number 266467. Today I'm here to present Sun Tzu theory, which the strategy is lying in wait. Sun Tzu classic work is presented as a series of a short aphorism intended to be applied flexibly to a wide variety of possible situations. For instance, Sun Tzu advises leaders and general that they should first make their own nation impossible to defeat, then simply wait for the enemies to make a fatal error. This has been interpreted by the modern business people as an attitude of adaptive opportunism. The company maintains its own stability while waiting and watching until a sudden error by a competitor presented as an opportunity for a rapid expansion of a market share. Sun Tzu also has much to say about the importance of strategic intelligence. Okay, we can learn that. What we can learn from the Sun Tzu strategic lying in wait. Sun Tzu advises leaders to generals wait for the error made by their competitors. Why? Because the errors made by the competitors will give a best advantage to the current company, who can say the competitors of the company. For example, we can say Nokia and Apple company. We take two companies. Okay, Nokia is one of the best companies since 1994 until 2010 something. But why can Apple and other companies, other telecommunications company which is Vivo, Huawei, Samsung can overtake the Nokia's sales and marketing sales, because there is a mistake made by Nokia. Nokia didn't follow the technology improvement, which can say like they didn't upgrade their level from a Nokia phone to a button phone to a touchscreen phone. But the other companies, which such as such as Samsung, Vivo, Apple companies, they are try to make the error take as an advantage, and they made it as a one of the best advantage in their company, and now its company become a best level at the worldwide. Their sales are increasing rapidly because of the error that made by their competitors. Okay. Secondly, leadership by example. Sun Tzu approach to management is similar what is now known as a transformational leadership. According to Sun Tzu, effective leaders inspire their followers by example. But by displaying courage, discipline, and loyalty, the ruler, in general, inspire his soldiers to perform courageously on the battlefield. Okay, Sun Tzu approach management is similar what is known as a transformational leadership. What is a transformational leadership? Transformational leadership is a theory of a leadership where a leader works with their team to identify a need of creating a vision to guide to the changes of through inspiration and the executing changes in the tandem with the committed members in a group. Okay, when a leader take an action with their team to need a change in their organization, it mean a leadership, transformational leadership. He will sit together with their staffs or employees or any of their operators. They sit together and they discuss together to make an decision on a process of their company or any solution for the problem of the company. For example, we can take Google. Google gives we take example as a Google. Google gives all authority for their staffs to make a new decision, to make a changes in their decisions. For example, whenever Google try to create a new room for the kids, they will, for example, they try to create a room for the kids in Google in search engine. They will take the message to their staffs and they will ask the new suggestions with their staffs to make any changes in their decisions or any process. So it will shows that a leader of a company have a transformation leadership style in their organization, which give an opportunity for their staff to take decisions, to make a part in their decision making. So this is the best leadership communication, transformation leadership style that made by Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu advises their generals and the management to take decisions such as transformation leadership. Then effective leaders inspire their followers by example. By Google doing this kind of activity style, making the style in their company or organization, it make one of the best example to other companies who can follow the style taken by Google. So this is what Sun Tzu explained in their theory. A leader must be an example for others. This is what we can conclude here. So thank you for that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I would like to present my parts regarding Sun Tzu, which is the strategy and inspiration that we can learn from Sun Tzu, which is, according to Sun Tzu, Sun Tzu mentions about excellence on the part of individual, such as is not so much on matter of temperament and situation. To get the best out of the subordinates, a manager relying on Sun Tzu's concept would do everything possible to create an optimal work situation. When employees be optimistic about the company's prospects, confident in its management, and positive about their own future with the company, they can do their best work. And among that, also, Sun Tzu's words was not addressed to modern business people or even their ancient Chinese, but to generals and warlords during the warring states era of Chinese history. According to an article called Sun Tzu, Average Management by Dennis managers must remain aware of the ways in which warfare and business are not alike if they wish to apply Sun Tzu effectively to modern management and strategy. That also Sun Tzu treats warfare as a situation in which normal moral values are suspended and the first one and anything goes. Is this proof that business people who take this advice to literally could without in ethical or even legal trouble, because business is not really an anything goes situation and moral also illegal as a legal limitation stay apply. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, okay, we back to our discussion. Okay, I want to tell you about the Sun Tzu in business welfare. Okay, what Sun Tzu provide in the business welfare? Okay, firstly, on the management, as a leader, we must care about our team, but also be top. Okay, which means is we must be care about our teammate, and also we must be a good leader and make sure lah our teammates doing their work properly. Okay, and then there are 5 dangerous faults which may affect a general. Okay, firstly, recklessness, which lead to distraction. Okay, recklessness, a leader must be alert about the environment, external or internal environment, because this reckless can be cause a problem to our team if we don't mind that to solve the environment around us. Okay, next, to cover this, which lead to capture. Okay, as a leader, we need to show our cowards. Don't be a cowardice. We must be brave, which is if they have the opportunity to help us achieve our mission and vision, we must take the opportunity. We must be brave to take a risk even we know the risk, the possibility for achieve the mission and vision only 50%. Okay, next, hasty temper, which can be provided by insult. Okay, hasty temper, we do a work not proper lah. Okay, this must be focused by every leader, because the hasty temper method can make the team make our team decision not so good, and so far can block some communication. Okay, next we go to the delicacy of honor, which is sensitive to shame. Okay, this which is a leader need to hear about to teammates. A leader can be ego. Can we say leader cannot be ego, because some ideas come from our teammates or our substitute. As a leader, we need to hear every idea from our human or employees. Okay, and finally, overstated for his man, which expose him to worry and trouble. Okay, the finally, which is as a leader, we can put all things to our employees, to our men. Okay, this will be because we feel the worry about our project lah. So leader must take responsibility for him or her, make his own task for every project that he lead. Okay, we go into the next. Okay, con, what is this slide is about the what we can use in Sun Tzu plan in our business today. Okay, firstly, develop your character as a leader to maximize the potential of your employees. This is the most important, because as we are the leader, we need to show a good example for our employees, so substitute can follow us and be a good employees and good show a good result. Okay, next, avoid your competitor's strength and attack their weakness. Capture your market without destroying it. Okay, this is the genius plan, which is Sun Tzu. His strategy is looking for the weakness of their competitor and then attack from their weakness. For example, I can give which is Yamaha, which is example for today, Yamaha and Honda. Okay, Yamaha and Honda is the biggest factory for vehicle. Okay, we take the example motorcycle, which is engine from Yamaha, from the what we calling the prestation from the engine Yamaha is very good, but the helpful for the engine is not very well compared to the Honda engine. Honda engine you can using for many years until you can using for I think above 30 years lah. Okay, then next we going to know your enemy at the computers. Okay, after we getting our computers, we need to know who is our competitors, what their plan, and how to we compete with them. Next, we use alliance and strategic control point in the industry to shape your opponent and make them conform to your will. Okay, this using the alliance, which is we had to have connection or relationship with other vendor or other entrepreneur to create and to make our business more consistent and what we call it more stability. Okay, then exploit your enemy weakness about his strength. What are the weakness and strength of the competitors? Okay, it is same with the number 2 point. We go to the next. Use speed and preparation to swiftly overcome the competition. Oh yes, in everything that we do, especially in war, because Sun Tzu is the general for war, and his plan uses speed and preparation. Everything we do, we need to do a preparation before we going start to war. Am I right? Okay. From the speed, we need to make our work more fast and efficient. Okay. Lastly, use for knowledge and deception to maximize the power of business intelligence. Okay. This way, which is we need to collect all the ideas. Don't mind from the substitute employees or from the external resource. Internet, we have so many resource to get for today from the internet also, and from word of mouth we can get the knowledge, and we maximize our idea and we combine, and then we can get the best result for our next idea. Okay. Okay, that's all from us. Hope you enjoy. And finally, we went thanks to the Miss Suraya who teach us for this subject.